Haunted House, Jurong West, Street 81, Block 840, Singapore. Please look at the left top of the picture. For those with a weak heart do not see it. Open your eyes, ears, and everything before buying a house. Just do not buy a flat, because it's sold at a discount. Buying a house in Singapore is a very big deal, as it's expensive, and loan repayment will go about our age 40s. My friend learned it the hard way, so just sharing her story for those buying an HDB flat. This is my friend's story, thus so sharing only for us to be careful when buying a house. Below is my friend's point of view story, to prevent any misunderstanding. I still remember when my office phone rang. My husband was on the line, saying that he spotted a good HDB 4-room house deal at Jurong West Street, 81, Block 830. I'm not going to reveal the floor number to prevent scaring the people living the floor in that particular street. So, we arranged a viewing with the agent and bought it on the spot. A little bit of history I'm going to mention, so that if you come across a similar case, do not consider carefully. When we viewed the flat, we found that it was renovated extensively, and we were told that the owner only stayed for a short while and moved out, as the owner had bought the flats from the HDB direct. They cannot sell the flat yet, 5 years rule, so they moved out to a recent flat and later rented the shop until I came to know from research online and other families nearby that Jurong West was previously a cemetery, like Lim Shu Kang Cemetery, which explained the close distance, and it had been reclaimed for housing projects, aka, which meant I lived above a cemetery, dead people. More I researched, more I found out that many blocks here in West are haunted, though the plentiful ghost stories about the place, which scared me, as I had just gotten married recently and paid 400k for the house. So please do your research before you purchase a flat, which I learned the hard way. Okay, now I will list all of the incidents happening during my 2.5 years there. 1. As I was watching TV in the hall, I used to see several times a black shadow darting at the corner of the room. One night after watching TV alone, I think it was about 2 a.m, and I was walking to sleep, I heard a voice, very clear, calling me Mama. Once, and instinctively, I turned my head to the left where the voice came from. My whole body went cold, when there was nothing at all. My wife and only daughter were sleeping soundly. 2. It was afternoon. My wife was washing her hair in the toilet, as she was sitting on a stool, bending forward, holding the shower above her head, washing her hair. Suddenly, she felt that someone gave her a hard push above the head. She was unable to see at the time because her eyes were covered in shampoo. And immediately, she opened her eyes and called out to my daughter. She found out that my daughter was indeed playing in the hall at the time. 3. It was when a new neighbor moved in next door, and when they came over to get to know us. My wife was the great chatting with them, and my daughter and I were watching TV in the hall. The next evening at dinner, in the Harker Center, we met them in the lift. Then, during our conversation, they mentioned, "Where's your boy?" We told them we only had a daughter. But they insisted that they saw themselves, my daughter, in the hall watching TV, and there was a boy at the staircase, playing, and he was about 5 years old. Both the husband and wife saw that. 4. There was one evening about 10 p.m. I was having a bath, then when I turned to face the wall behind me, I got shocked. There was a transparent figure like a human. And a guy or girl moved from the wall to another. I was shaking and wanted to leave, naturally. Used the hot shower spray and sprayed in the direction. Nothing happened at all, so I quickly rushed out. 5. This, the last one and the final straw we were able to take before we moved out to our private apartment, which happened the tenancy just expired. Please note that we can only sell after 5 years of resale flat. I forgot to mention that all this time during the night when we were asleep in our locked master bedroom, there was in noises like someone twisting a room handle and trying to open the door. I did check many times to no avail. Oh, okay. One evening after watching TV, we went all asleep. As we entered our master room, I wanted to switch on the TV in the room to watch a program. We all got a shock. Like it was a pair of deep lining, shining blue eyes on the TV. The TV was not even switched on. Just to make sure it was not our fault, I even pulled a plug from the socket. The pair of eyes was still there. So, all of us rushed to the second guest room and locked ourselves inside. My wife and daughter are crying like shit. I was also shivering, but I had to put up a brave front. While they've fallen asleep later, I stayed up until morning. And guess what? We moved that morning. We managed to sell it off to another guy after it. Lucky even though it was a loss. This is a true incident witnessed by 3 of them and shared to me. I hope it will help anyone who wishes to buy a house in any place. Please, be more careful when buying a house, because it is our biggest investment in Singapore, in my view.